Good evening, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for another night of hot topics and social commentary, y'all. A couple things I want you guys to do before we get started here on tonight's show. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you press that big red subscribe button. It is easy to do. It's not only easy, but it is free as well. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up for this video. We want to see a couple of comments. Give us some feedback on how you think we're doing, or let us know what you'd like to hear us discuss sometime in the future. Also, make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, make sure you share my channel all around the world. Share it with your family, your friends. Share it on your social media contacts. Let everybody know that JoJo Speaks is out here and we are doing our thing. My co-hosts are back. Mike, Jennifer, and Tyrone. What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Yes.
sorry for yawning in your ear. I didn't realize the microphone. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Yay.
That is a-okay. First of all, I must give a huge shout out to my fellow Libra sister, Miss Serena Williams. Serena Williams, she announced earlier this week that after this year's US Open, she will be officially retiring from tennis. She has been playing since, I believe, 1997. Well over 20 years on the court. She is 41 years old right now. A lot of players don't play into their late 30s, much less their 40s. I believe the last oldest tennis player that I remember still playing was Martina Navratilova. I believe she played into like her 60s, but she was playing doubles and mixed doubles. So not doing the singles where she's one-on-one with someone. But Serena has a total of 23 Grand Slam singles titles. I believe she has 14 doubles Grand Slams titles. And I believe she has 1 or 2 mixed doubles Grand Slam titles. So Serena has been killing it on this court. And the funny thing is, I don't think Venus has announced retirement yet herself. So that's pretty interesting. But anyways, shout out to Serena. She is a GOAT in this thing. Probably the greatest female tennis player of all time. Anybody have any thoughts on Serena and her departure from tennis?
No, I mean it's well deserved. I know she has to be tired of all that training since a young little girl before her teenage years.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely time for retirement. Hopefully she will retire because a lot of people say they're going to retire and they come back right then within another year.
Right.
But I feel like in the world of sports, you have like the Michael Jordans, the LeBron James, the Shaquille O'Neals, and then you got Serena Williams. She is up there with them also. She will always be a legend in the game. I think even after we're dead and gone, they're always going to rekindle Serena's name in anything dealing with tennis. So she definitely made a staple on the tennis court. So
yeah,
well done.
I really appreciate her keeping the foot on the neck of all these hoes out here.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Jen, did we swap places today?
Yeah.
No, I really appreciate it. It's as an African American woman, and she's in the field right now. There's a whole lot of African Americans.
Yeah.
She out here learning different languages, and she out here trying to be as good to people as possible. But she experienced a whole lot of racism and stuff like that, a whole lot of biases. And if you listen to those commentators, they just want her to die. But
she give right back to him too.
But she give it right back to him. So I love her for being strong in her industry. I love her for being not just mentally strong, but physically strong.
Right.
And really letting these people know a whole nother level of femininity in a strong female body.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, if you upset with how strong her body is, maybe, they shouldn't have bred us when we were slaves.
Yeah.
So, hey, again,
shout out to ADOS.
Just, I just appreciate her for shining, as well as just walking in her light with her head held high, finding love, having a child, still being a woman, and still playing the game, and once again putting fear in the hearts of her opponents. God bless her.
Amen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's another subject that I actually just brought up into my head after I was telling everyone that I just listened to Beyonce's remix to "Break My
Break my
Soul."
soul.
She has a remix using the Vogue sample from Madonna's song Vogue from 1991. Beyonce is really shouting out and showing love to her LGBTQ plus fans. Do you guys think that this means that we're going to see more artists showing love, outward love, obvious love to their LGBTQ plus fans? We see that Lady Gaga has done that in the past as well as Katy Perry. But do you think that this will cause other artists to do the same?
I mean, I don't know. Well, I really can't answer this question because I don't know who is an LGBTQ artist and who is not. So even like people she shouted out, I don't know. I didn't never heard of them. I don't even know if I heard their music. So I don't know. I think more of maybe it's the ballroom scene, maybe. But the people she shouted out, were they like LGBTQ people?
Well, she shouted out quite a few major artists in the middle of the song. She shouted out Janet Jackson. She shouted out Aaliyah. She shouted out yes, she shouted out quite a few major.
Well, I heard those, but those not LGBTQ artists.
Right. But my question was, do you think that because Beyonce has decided to show so much outward love to the LGBTQ plus community, do you think that other artists who have big, large LGBTQ plus fan bases will start to do the same?
Oh, I thought you said shout it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. I think when Formation came out and she had Big Frida on the song, and then Drake had Big Frida on one of his songs. I think that was like a stamp. Like, it is what it is, you guys. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I do think that more people will be not so shamed to say or to ask a queer person to be on their song. Excuse me. It's 2022, you guys. I mean, it's a lot of talented people, and queer is one of the people that's talented. But let's be honest. Some of these artists need to be just thankful that we are queer because we're the ones keeping y'all afloat.
Right. Come on and tell it. Come on
right?
And
because the
tell
queers
it.
will come out and buy your albums, okay?
They spend their money and
they'll spend our coins.
Right.
Support
is
that's
purchase too.
Okay.
Pastors, be happy.
Okay.
Write some of the most of y'all favorite songs, and we sing them too. Right behind that pulpit.
Ooh, child, yes.
And teach your choirs how to do it right.
Okay.
While you hide us behind the doors,
honey.
Get your choirs.
But anyways, shout out to Beyonce for showing love to the people that support her. Of course, we're not the only people that do support her, but she knows that we play a huge part in her. I won't say in her success because her success is all her own. But we've been a very big part of her fan base. But anyway, so in the other news, Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian have officially called it quits. And Mr. Petty Kanye decided that he wanted to post that Pete Davidson had died. Like, what is, like, he's really playing, and he knows that Pete David, like, even I, like, as little as I know about Pete Davidson, I know that mentally he may not be in the best of spaces. So for him to read that from Kanye West, like, what is that going to do to that young man? Like, Kanye just don't care.
Two things popped up in my mind when I saw this, what Kanye did. One thing was, if Kim K did what Kanye doing, it'll be you're trying to tear down the black man, tear down this black man, that. So I feel like this right here is a double standard because I think Kim K is doing the best she can to really set out the media for negative things, and Kanye just does not care. Kanye needs to calm down and get off social media. It's like, why would you even post somebody who, like, they died? Even your worst enemy, you wouldn't do that. And then another thing is, Kim, start letting your kids get so close to these men who you do not know for a long time. What I thought about was that North sitting on Pete Davidson's lap on that golf court, which I feel like it was too soon for me.
Right.
And like you don't stay with these men for too long. I didn't like that. I did not like that. It just was those two things those came in my head. So Kanye was wrong, and Kim, we all know she's gonna pass him by. You know, she changed man like she changed her underwear.
Right.
Oh gosh. For me, I certainly do agree with Mike. Like, I feel like Kanye is just showing how broken he is. And that's the space that he's speaking from, and as a result, he's sounding like a kid, man, and that's never attractive.
Is he broken, or he just has a mental issue?
Both, because he didn't expect for her to leave.
Right.
He didn't expect for her to leave. He didn't.
Well, your Bills left him. You should definitely.
But anywho, so for as far as Kanye is concerned, it's like it just makes me think like, has any woman wanted to run back into the arms of their ex, much less ex-husband, to be like, oh my gosh, you must really love me for as much as you dissing my current man or the man that I used to be with. Like,
Right.
you will never see that, and that's just ridiculous. And also, as far as Pete is concerned, I'm not sure if Kanye West's words have as much gravity as Kim Kardashian not feeling him in that way. Does that make sense?
Agreed.
Like, I see Kim having fun because he was like a rebound dude, somebody that had fun with. And I do agree with Mike, yet again. They didn't go to the cheering now. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
You have your fun. Let's be real. We know that was a rebound situation and it wasn't going to go nowhere. I knew that.
I didn't even think twice about it.
Exactly. Have your fun, but you need to be thinking ahead. This wasn't going to last. Why you have your kids around him like that? I like that. But
I mean, yeah, the big ramble just sitting on the lap. You know, your daughter sitting on his lap was like,
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that. Tyrone, what's your perspective on this?
And when Tyrone's done, I need to ask a question. Go ahead.
Kanye was being a typical baby daddy.
Oh yeah,
baby daddy.
You know, he doesn't want to be the baby daddy, but that's what you were acting like, the jealous baby daddy. You see your girl with some other dude, and you want to tear down that dude. That's what you do.
When Kim so paid his new woman dust.
Well, I mean, Kim was being Kim. Like, he's super famous. I'm super famous. We're going to just go out and do us. Super famous. It's like, yo, Kim, what about your kids?
That sounds accurate, though.
Right. I mean, you know, the kids, they're fans.
No,
we're just going to go with it.
There needs to be boundaries.
There's no boundaries with Kim because she's not thinking as a parent. She's thinking as a celebrity.
In that space, at least.
When you think as a celebrity, oh, this is a nice opportunity to get some photos and keep in the news. It's like,
but Pete wasn't thinking like that. Pete was in love.
Pete was falling for this girl, but then he also saw how crazy it was, and he's like, you know what?
So why do you guys think that Kim K cannot keep a man? We know why she left Kanye. I think she really wanted to work with Kanye. Kanye just too much.
And his connection.
No.
But why can't Kim keep a man? I think she's a great. I think she's down for her man when she's down for her man.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm just thinking that at this point, it just seems like she's looking for love in all the wrong places.
Absolutely. And I probably would be the only person in the world to say Kim and Ye were made for each other.
No.
Like, I truly believe because they both have this narcissistic behavior.
I do agree with that, though.
And you know, according to the stars, you know, Geminis and Libras are supposed to be a good couple. So, you know, who knows if that's the case.
Narcissistic people cannot be together.
It's possible because they're both in that situation. They're both reaching for the same things. Yep. She liked the connections that he had, like Beyonce, though that wouldn't turn.
Didn't turn out the way she wanted it to.
Okay.
We still ain't seen no picture of them together.
Nope.
Still.
We'll never see them together.
And I mean never.
At the North was crying on that at the fashion show. Wait, you can see them in their face like
they'll be together because they're in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
But in the same photo?
Never.
No.
And I do want to make sure that I do say out loud I'm not here for Kim. I've never been an enjoyer of Kim. One thing I can say though, her and her family, they do know how to take care of babies. But as far as other decisions that they make, they're a little bit poor. But I did want to ask a question. Do you guys remember when there were photos that started to come out with Russell Wilson and Baby Future when Sierra and him just like were dating? Did y'all look at that the same way as you did?
No.
With,
You know, I didn't.
Well, the
I
thing
kind of did because Future was the baby daddy at that moment, and he like
just
the baby daddy.
He's not a baby daddy. He just birthed a baby.
You won't even give him the title. He's just a sperm
But
donor
yes,
in your eyes, probably.
donor.
That's
But
what
real
you
for
would
real,
go with.
a vast majority are sperm donors, and
Yes.
they got that title.
Right.
Well, the thing is, Sierra for me is not gonna count. You can't even compare the two.
No.
Sierra, I don't
No.
feel like Sierra would even put anybody around her kids until we the world probably didn't even see Russell until
You're right.
You
it
said
got serious.
But see,
and then for us,
that's
especially with the child, it didn't get, I don't think we even saw that. That's why I said I never worried about Sierra, because Sierra, she's a black girl at that. And then
Okay.
she has morals and standards, and she's pretty. You never heard anything negative about Sierra other than when she first came out and she was a hermaphrodite, which I don't know where that rumor came from. But
it's just
that
small.
was the only thing negative I ever heard about Sierra.
It came from Bow Wow. Allegedly.
From what?
It came. No, it was before Bow Wow.
It's
He
from high
dated her
school.
after that.
They were saying that in high school for her.
Yeah.
Right.
But
When her first song came out.
but I
It was
can't
okay.
say. I think it kind of hit people hard because we all knew who the father of that child was. And I think,
Sierra.
yeah,
Okay.
Sierra. And then when we saw the
Russ.
pictures of Russell Wilson interacting in such a manly, fatherly like way,
Right.
I think it mostly threw off men because they automatically is like, if that's my child and another man is over here treating my child like it's their child, I don't like that.
Right. And the thing is, we haven't heard that Russell Wilson has adopted Baby Future. And so at least he's got that respect for him.
That is kind of
The thing is, when you look at Future and then you think about all those baby mothers he has, you just know that he's not. When you have all these kids out of wedlock and from several women, you have to know that these women are not going to stay single forever. So you have to know there's going to be another man taking care of your child.
But you know what?
Facts.
Tyrone, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Jonathan.
I'm about to say,
I really feel like that's coming. The adoption. Because, and I tell you why.
Okay.
You know that thing about last names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, that may come up, and I think that's one thing that they held off to not indulge in any issues from Future. But it sounds like he's not even in that young man's life. God bless him. So something tells me the adoption is coming, but it's going to be quiet.
I hope it is quiet because, of course, we don't need the social media to put their 2 cents in it. Because we were just speaking about this yesterday, and Jonathan and I, the Juice Talk show about the last names. And I do believe if the father is present in the child's life, I don't think the adoption would be a good thing because the father is present. But yeah, if Future, adult daddy Future is not present in baby Future's life, then he really should have no say so on what the child does or what Sierra and Russell does as a unit to the child.
Right. Tyrone, what you got to say?
So about the adoption, I think he already did it. And they're not saying anything about it.
I like it.
Okay.
And don't say, because it's not everybody's business.
Yeah, and I can roll with that.
The other thing I wanted to say was...
And he also be able to inherit things from...
Right.
Oh, that's such a blessing. I know they did it. I feel it in my shadow. Oh, okay, go ahead.
The other thing I would like to say is not looking at how Sierra moved. You can look at that, but look at how Russ moved.
He moves
in silence, and he don't let you know what he doing. He don't let the left hand know
Like when
the
he
right
got all
hand
them,
know.
when
He made
bought,
the moves.
when he bought all the Sierra's masters and all that stuff.
He ain't tell nobody he was gonna do
He
it.
out here.
Right.
I
Yeah.
like him.
And I'm trying to figure why
I
do
like
so many straight men and straight women feel like he's such a lame for doing.
Or a
But
cornball.
The
yeah, I
reason
don't
why
understand
he's
that.
a lame is because he's an upstanding gentleman, and that's
Exactly.
used to
That's
seeing.
not what we're used to seeing. Exactly.
And we're
Because
not used to
he
seeing.
doesn't move in the limelight. When you do see him making moves, you're like, oh,
And
that
if
was
you,
nice. Or that's, oh man, I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have been more flashy with it. Well,
No, he don't need
real
to be
men
that way.
don't be all flashy and flamboyant.
But what?
No offense.
Well, you know
You
what?
have to-
Oh, go ahead,
you,
Charles.
That's
you, you have to think about who Sierra dated prior to Russell Wilson. And you see that people think that they know what your type is based on who you date. And so they're thinking like, wait, why would she go from Bow Wow, 50 Cent and Future to this square who is, Mr.
Well, who
Mr.
you
I do
date?
everything right.
Common sense.
So,
It's
That's
the
right.
business.
right.
Why would I keep dating the
Ability.
same thing to get the same outcome?
Exactly.
But we as a people, we don't think like that, or
Yeah.
many of some of us don't think like that, and that's why you got the reaction that you got.
That's
And
the
Think it-
habit that you
But-
have there, where you keep finding the same type
Mm.
person.
Right.
But my thing is,
Ultimately found her new person.
even if I was not, even if I wasn't the same person and I see Sierra with Russell Simmons, I would probably be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to change the way I date. Maybe I need to change something about me because
You need to change the thought process.
why
Right.
would I want to keep dating? I mean, I don't understand why people made it a big deal. I was congratulating Sierra. I mean,
I was like, yay.
And
But
she
she got a
look
man
so
laying
happy.
down.
They not only
so
look
happy together.
Right.
And I know they.
like,
This is
And-
probably one couple I probably say have never had an argument. I know they have, but
Of
you
course.
don't see it in them.
Yeah, you don't. You
And-
really
and I
don't.
think on top of it, you got to think about where Sierra came from. Her parents are still married.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
And for her to have a present father in a 2-parent home, that's what she's going to be looking for, because that's what she was blessed with.
Right.
And a lot of times, us females, we marry our father. Something tells me her father was nothing like 50 Cent, Bow Wow, and all the mother niggas.
No, and she was young too, guys. No, she was in her early
Right.
20s. You know, we don't do
That's
her in our early 20s.
You got to
Exactly.
now.
Bump the ballers and bump the shot collars. And I ain't talking
Right.
bump. I'm talking about
Okay.
bump.
But you know what? At the very end of the day, unfortunately for us to learn, sometimes we got to hit rock bottom.
Hey,
Her
Hey,
having a child with a man that don't want to be with her nor
and
take
she
care
had one bite and learn her lesson, you guys.
Okay.
One.
One. Yes. Because a lot of women be thinking, oh, maybe if I have another one, he'll stay with me, or maybe I have another
No,
one.
She
He'll
didn't do it
be
right the
right.
first.
that's
because it didn't work the first
right
time. He
there.
didn't put a ring on your finger the first time. What makes you
Right.
think the second baby gonna make it work?
It was like, well, it's a package now. You got
And the thing is, they actually did get engaged, but they never got married.
Thank God.
because he cheated.
Because he cheated.
Right.
Being cheating. He probably.
He was being himself.
I think you know what happened. I think Sierra was the other girl we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
But I think he was cheating when they was dating. But I think some people give the girl the ring as a keepsake.
Yeah.
But
It's a-
Sierra,
Right.
It's a
but
trap.
Sierra saw her worth,
Right.
her value. Look at Sierra is a fine piece of meat. Okay.
Right.
And she's still fine with all them children she done
All
had.
the,
Oh,
I mean, I'm pushing that a little bit here, but I mean, I know she probably snapped back on her own, but that body is so tight and
But
right.
Okay.
She's naturally small. She's been that way since the beginning.
Yes.
Of time.
But them breasts, it don't matter how naturally small you are, them breasts don't sit at the 3-4 kids, okay? Beyonce got hers done and Sierra got hers done too.
Let's be real.
Okay. I mean, when
Great
it's a
job
starts,
for the great what's it called? Plastic therapist.
Plastic
surgeon.
Surgery.
yes.
God bless. And they
Had the corn out, be there too.
Right. So
I love that
in,
conversation.
in other news, Kathy Hilton was on Watch What Happens Live, and she was playing this game with Andy Cohen, and he showed her a picture of Lizzo, and he asked Kathy Hilton, who is this young lady? And she said, Precious. She didn't say Gabourey Sidibe. She said Precious.
Okay.
Y'all
know
can
what?
take it.
I found this thing funny and disrespectful
Oh,
until I watched the entire segment.
Mhm.
You know,
Okay.
nobody, none of the people came up on the screen, and there was white people. I think Lizzo was like one of the only, maybe it was one or two black people, but she didn't know nobody on the screen. It was like one was like Justin Timberlake. She didn't know who he was. So
Okay.
when I first saw when he just showed Lizzo on the screen, I was like, and then everybody's laughing, and I didn't think that was. I think it was just disrespectful at the first time. But when I watched the segment and she didn't know nobody, white or black, then I was like, okay.
Gotcha.
But why would you say Precious? Like, bitch, that's a movie. Like, that's
it's the only way she could connect.
Right.
It's the only way she could connect.
That's what it was. Big black woman. Precious.
I believe the people in her circle were the ones that talked about Precious when that movie was relevant.
Well, I think everybody that movie was very big. I mean, hell, it won an Oscar, so
that's all everyone knows about it.
But I also think she came out with a statement saying that everybody knows she has bad vision and the TV screen was far away and she didn't really know who it was. So you just saw a big black blur and you just say Precious. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
I might have to say it. That's bullshit.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And it's why can't it be okay just to say I don't know nobody, y'all. I'm rich.
And she did say that at first.
I ain't got no time to be finding out who people is. And actually, I've only seen the clip, but the first thing I looked at was who she is.
Mm-hmm. She don't know nobody. She's a rich white girl who ain't know nothing.
She don't know nobody.
She don't know nobody. Not only is she white, but she's rich. And I mean rich.
Rich.
So it's like she don't need to know who. I mean, she don't need to know.
Me and Regina and I was talking about Kathy on the show. Johnson, I watched the show that often. She was the one who was eating a potato and caviar together for dinner.
Yeah. She got money like that.
Yeah, they don't look good. I sound good together, but that was she ate for dinner. And her
she just
like,
did it for
the food. Where's
right. She just did it for kicks.
Where's the rest?
Okay,
you know what,
Miss Rich Lady, where the rest of the money?
Right. to me, it really seemed like Andy knew that she doesn't know too many people, and he wanted to see what would happen for the TV show.
Well, he sure was laughing so hard.
That was Andy coming with the scheme.
The wizard,
right? To come Richard with the bullshit.
That's exactly what happened with her. God bless her.
That's exactly what it was. Andy set her up. That's exactly what he did.
Of course.
Oh, no.
Ciao. But anyways.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I didn't know what they called. He was laughing so hard behind those cue cards.
Right. So anyways, in other news, Irv Gotti was involved in an interview in where he went on and on about his relationship with Miss Ashanti. Sounds very bitter. Sounds very petty. Who listened to the interview and what were your thoughts on it? Because it was a mess.
20 years old.
I didn't listen to it because I'm so tired of hearing about Murder Inc. That was so beyond back there. Like, why are we still talking about it? It didn't work out. Move on. Everybody else moved on, but Irv Gotti. Like,
right.
That's the problem. Like y'all know.
So
when he went away, he stayed away.
He's sad.
And he ain't been out yet. He's still back there.
Yeah, and the way that he was talking about Ashanti, this is how you know that men. I'm sorry. This is how you know that men are fools. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to say that she was in love with me.
Wow.
Hi.
Sir.
Yeah. No.
Sir, are you sure this woman that how much younger, like 20 years younger than him?
Oh yeah.
She's 20 years younger than him.
Older.
And he's married to his wife and stuff, and he over here on the couch getting upset and all his feelings because
that one got away.
Because the single young woman,
she got away. It was almost mine.
Who was on top of his heart?
Sir. Sir.
And then he had the nerve to be jealous to find out that she was dating Nelly. Like, how you mad when you married, sir?
Sir, you are off the market.
But
what it
crazy
was, he wanted to hit that.
Yeah, he hit it. He
obviously hit it.
All up in it. But here's the thing. He was under the impression that they were in a relationship. He was saying that he said, we go together, we boyfriend, girlfriend, and never had that conversation with her. Or possibly did it. She was like,
She didn't reply to it because she knows some nonsense.
And he looked stupid. And now he's over here reliving the thing. And I saw a little bit more than just the clip. He's reliving this thing on a podcast that's a video.
Yeah.
This man is still living in 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He's looking at murder. It's murder. And let it go.
He went away.
Yeah.
He did some time.
But he's stuck.
And he ain't left that time period.
And for him to be that salty about Ashanti not being with him, he act like, well, she cheated on me. Well, nigga, you were married.
Right.
She didn't cheat on you. You cheated on.
We're just going to ignore the fact that he was married altogether. We're just going to focus on the fact that he was
about that lady over there.
He was so deep in love. And I just need to ask the whole panel, okay?
Ask away.
Do y'all believe that she was in love with Irv Gotti? Ashanti?
No, not at all. She was obviously in love with Nelly. That's A number one. But B number two would be with her being as young as she was. Same thing with Sierra. She was so young and she was doing her thing. You know, when you're young, you kind of try to explore things. But to be in love with that 30, 40-year-old man, no thank you.
I personally feel like Ashanti was doing what she had to do to make sure she got her music out and made this money.
Okay.
That's what I feel that Ashanti was doing. And there's no shame in it. She, do what you do, boo. But for him to think that they were in a loving relationship while he was in the marriage.
Let's see, I mean,
or any older man that's with a younger girl, what makes you think that this child gonna want to stay with you forever?
Right.
So do you think that maybe that song "Good Good" was about Irv Gotti? Like,
no,
against
that came out. That came out later in her career.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't come out at the same time. I think my man was I know he's coming right back. Maybe some shade towards his wife or something.
He did actually say during that interview that she wrote so happy because of him, and I don't believe that is true. And I saw
another interview where he said he was in the shower after they had hot relations, and he was thinking about the words and stuff too. Happy. I don't look. I just feel sorry for the man, and I'll never look at that song "Happy" the same again.
Was anybody playing it recently anyway?
No. Right.
Okay, but that's what you're not going to do is do that.
Okay. Because Happy was the shit.
I love.
Don't you do that.
Don't do that.
Happy go again. I don't remember how Happy goes.
I still know the choreography. You want to see it?
Oh,
yeah.
So good.
Yes.
Oh,
come on, throwback. Yes.
We better know the choreography.
So I'm sure you guys know the answers to this already, but do you guys think that Ashanti will waste her time in responding?
Never.
No.
Absolutely not.
You know,
she not dignified this with a response.
Her and Nelly did a show, and Nelly threw some shade to Irv Gotti, and Ashanti was out laughing on the mic.
Yep.
No.
Wow.
I love
that. She was walking off the stage, and he said something in the mic, and she just, she got loud. She laughs loud.
She does laugh loud naturally. Yes. But one thing I know that she will do, I know she won't respond ever to Irv Gotti.
She write a song about it?
No. She will go to the Bahamas and walk around in the thong. That's what she's gonna do.
That's what she That's what she does. She does the traveling.
She got the body for it, okay?
And she got the money for it too.
And the coin.
She's in a perpetual state of vacation, okay? She out.
Okay.
Because what? She is self-made now.
She is self-made now.
Isn't Ashanti your girl?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is Tyrone's girl. Yeah. So in other news, Angela Yee has announced that she is leaving the famous Breakfast Club. This is shocking to me. So because to me, I don't know if it's Angela Yee, although she has had her own radio show in the past, I don't see her as a solo host, but she's obviously going to actually get her own show after her
Is it
leaving the
radio or
Breakfast.
is it TV?
I
Like,
believe it is
It's
radio, but you
it's
don't quote me
radio
on it.
oh, okay.
and
But
something 6 countries or something. I don't know. Charmaine said something about it.
yeah, it's some other show that she's going to be running on her own, and she also has another type of podcast that I've seen as well. So she's
Lip
got a lot of
service.
things,
Service.
right? So she's got a lot of things going on. But what do you think of of this latest news of her leaving such a big breakfast show?
Well, I don't have an issue with people leaving a big show because even Disney chose a big group.
Right.
No, and at one point you gotta step out on your own and do what you still feel like you love. Because even though it's a big show, at the time you're in it, you don't feel like it's going anywhere no more. You're tired of doing the same interviews, tired of interviewing the same people, tired of dealing with this man on a daily basis. So I don't think that's the issue. But where I find an issue, not find an issue, but I don't know if she can hold herself on her own. She's going to have to have a co-host that people are, not even people know it, but people like or can gravitate to, because she didn't really do that much on the Breakfast Club, to be honest.
Agreed.
Like, people watch it for Charlamagne the God.
Exactly.
Because she's going to answer all the questions.
We're just going to state facts here.
Yeah, I'm just stating fact. I like Angela Yee, but I don't watch lip service because I don't care. I heard it's very good, and I heard she has some good people on the show. But I'd rather watch Carisha Please.
Yeah,
that's a good podcast.
Yes.
I like to call me white girl these days. I really enjoy her.
Right. Yeah. I feel the same way as you, Mike. I really don't see, I think I was kind of trying to say this a little bit earlier. I don't see Angela Yee holding a show on her own because I don't feel as though she has it to do that. Like, but compared to Charlamagne can do anything by himself, and
because he don't care. He's like Wendy Williams. Great Wendy Williams. Okay. So exactly. He's not scared to ask those questions. Angela kind of just backed up Charlamagne in the nicest way she could, but she never was able to, for me, ask those questions. And people didn't go there for her either.
I think her strong suit is just talking about sex and relationships and stuff like that. I think that's more of a strong suit for her. But I do agree with this announcement. I'm more so concerned, so is Charlamagne and DJ Envy going to continue to be on? Like, how are they moving forward?
Well, it's still the Breakfast Club.
To be honest, I do believe it doesn't matter who. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter who comes up there and replaces her. If it's just another random female, I think the show will be just fine.
It will be just fine. DC3 carried on just fine.
Just fine.
Because she was when she was not there. Had nobody. Even when DJ Envy not there, I was like, well, I'm trying to make that. I don't care. So Charlamagne's the Beyonce of that trio, okay?
And they had like a whole. They said like it's the end of the Breakfast Club as we know it, and that's like I guess that's a cute way to say it. But when we look at all of those like snippets and stuff that people been posting and stuff.
Charlamagne and the celebrity.
And whoever he talking to, that's and it's like Angela Yee is either not there or just like over there.
Well, one interview I know of when they got her right together was Kate Michelle got Angela Yee right together on that show for some. I can't remember what it was, but Kate Michelle's show that's what blocked Kate Michelle from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they were at the same party or something of that nature, and they didn't want to talk with each other. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that, but like to me, like Angela Yee really doesn't seem to have much of an opinion on the show. Like when she'll ask celebrities questions, and then they might throw it back at her, but she'll be like a little bit indecisive. So I don't know, but best of luck to Angela Yee in all that she does. I'm sure she'll do great.
She'll be back.
Whatever it is that she's going to do.
Because she is for somebody. It's just not.
Oh me. Yeah. Right, exactly. everyone's not for everybody.
Because there's a reason why, she's out there and people are enjoying her, because she has something to give for her audience, and she does have an audience. Not trying to discount her or anything, but she's just not for us.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I am with my comment because she's just not for me, but she does have an audience, and I'm going to respect that because I was about to go in and you see how the Lord just sent you just now to make that comment. The Lord just sent you just now to make that comment because I was about to say, girl.
But see, that's the way she was able to get another show, and she decided to move forward, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do.
Rebbie Jackson got a song on the radio. Show to LaToya.
Right. Exactly. Yes, Rebbie has centipede. All right. Centipede. Yes.
Lord have mercy.
You got where I'm going with that?
A lot of people have made it. You know what I'm saying? We can be all right.
If you out here, you out here. She's doing better than most.
With all that being said, we wish her the best. I know she's fine because, like we said, she has an audience, and she wouldn't be offered a show if she didn't have one. So, do you, boo?
Exactly.
Speaking of radio, did y'all see Wendy Williams the other day with her short shorts and
I didn't.
Loose skin legs?
Oh my Lord! Not loose skin legs.
I'm not even being funny. It was definitely like.
Was it drooping?
You know how people of weight lose a lot of weight and like they didn't work out and their skin is. That's how her legs look right now, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
wow.
Like her legs. I didn't remember her legs being that big.
Me either.
But apparently, she lost a lot of weight and her skin is drooping majorly.
Yeah, she has short shorts on. When she shouldn't have had those on. If her legs was not even.
Ooh,
I'm not.
Lord.
I like Wendy Williams, but Lord, people say ever since Tabitha Brown came back for Wendy Williams and said pray for her.
Right.
Wendy ain't been right since. I don't know what's going on, but
the Lord
Jennifer, could you tap Tyrone to see if he's still in the land of the living? Because he's been out of commission for about 5 minutes.
You can at least say that Wendy's face has been snatched all this time, though. That's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Her face is taut.
I don't want to go to that doctor then. That's
But as far as her legs are concerned, I'm gonna find this for you, Jonathan, eventually. But as far as
I posted it on my page. I know I posted a lot, but it's probably on my page.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out a little bit later, maybe after live. I don't know.
I keep all the tea going. Jennifer said I just posted about Beyonce the other day, how she's now number 1 in 6 countries, I believe. Will break my soul.
Yes.
Jennifer threw a little shade from I think for keeping it today. Well, I'm always good there when it comes.
Is it shade? Possibly.
Oh my!
I was going to say it wasn't shade. I was about to back you up, Jennifer.
Shade.
Dang. Okay, so it was a little bit of shade.
Back it up, you know it's shade then too.
Because it's like he is my resident Beehive president, Stan, whatever. So
absolutely.
I am the president of the Beehive. Okay.
Excuse me.
Wait.
He is the THEE.
Hold on. Say it again.
I am the president of the Beyonce Giselle Knows Carter Beehive. If you come for Beyonce, I will come back for you. There's been a lot of pages I actually putting bees on people's pages who spoke negatively about Beyonce this last week. Okay,
definitely.
Did you see those bees I posted on people's pages? I was putting bees.
Right.
Somebody put a post on it to my y'all talk about the bees Beyonce. That's just one artist I ain't got this to. And I just want on their pages, put little bees on their page because you would not repost or talk about the queen. Because one thing you're not gonna do, she won't say nothing, but I will.
Right, Beyonce is off limits.
Okay.
So on to our P-Valley review for episode 9. So were you guys shocked with the way that the show started out with Andre's campaign video with the scribblers? I was like, what is going on here? Like, is this a dream sequence or what?
I don't know if I was surprised about that or I was surprised about the damn grandma mother.
Patrice.
Patrice.
And then all the money that they tried to bribe her with, she put that in the money gun and gave it to everybody. I was like,
Right.
she a thinker.
Pastor Woodbine.
She is, like, to be honest, when the truck rolled up, I did not realize that it was Patrice until she actually started talking, because her hair was like all in her face almost the whole time. So when I saw that it was Patrice and she had that old onesie on with the fringe on the side, I was like, this is a mess.
And
What
it
is
was
going
trying
on
to
here?
it was trying to give people the Mercedes experience, but it felt lackluster.
Child, but we saw where Mercedes got it from, though. That's for darn show.
Or at least started. Regina said, hi y'all, sorry for the tardiness, hubby, work, etc. Of course, no worries.
Hey girl.
Joseph said, sorry for the tardiness, y'all. I had church folk get in their feelings just a taste.
Uh-oh.
And she's laughing at Mike. I think this when you were talking about
Reby.
Yeah.
Scrippers.
Yes, there were scrippers in the campaign video.
Right.
Yes. I
Scrippers.
don't know who will win now. I just don't know who's gonna win
Me neither.
this campaign.
I really thought she would step down and take the money and run.
so.
Yeah, because we know how she like money, so
Dollar bills.
I thought she was too, but I don't know who's winning this campaign now because child, I don't know.
Child. So we then get back to the pink, and the girls are rehearsing. And Mercedes seems like she's doing a little bit better than she was on the last episode, but then she ends up just falling like a ton of bricks. She really ain't got it. And
she didn't fall.
well, she didn't fall, but the way that she landed like real, like kind of hard onto the floor. And then Russian roulette got in her face like, oh, don't nobody want to be on your grandmama, PUSSY looking pole. Like, do we want to see a fight between Mercedes and Russian roulette, or do we just want them to like?
No,
I don't want to see a fight between them.
Russian roulette
is crazy as hell.
Yes, he is.
Right.
I need Mercedes the last. I need to see how that story go. So no. But as far as Mercedes is concerned, she actually spoke on it much later on in the video. She doesn't trust her shoulder like that.
Right.
She basically pole twirling in fear, and we can't do that. If you ain't trusting your body, then you're not going to be able to move forward. And to be honest, I think it would be okay if she sat down and with the trust that Lil Murda has in her for music, I believe she needs to look into doing that along that lines and looking into other
be like a Mississippi,
possible A&R,
no, not like
of that
Mississippi.
nature.
Not like Mississippi, but given the go ahead with different songs, especially with the way that Murda trusts her ear.
Like, somehow in the music business, in the music industry, having an ear for what's good.
Well, I'm gonna need Murders get rid of some of them people who want to kill him right now before I go join his camp.
Right, exactly. And then we later see, after Mercedes leaves the club, she leaves to go see Miss Farrah, and Miss Farrah has a surprise for her. I was in awe when I saw.
I'm like, who is Miss Farrah? The wife.
I was say, who that woman?
Okay, I'm like, who the hell is Farrah? We being looking around like, who the hell is that?
Right, but we see the pictures that Farrah took before Mercedes and Farrah's little, rendezvous. The pictures that she took, she made it into a display, and it's called the Mercedes Experience. I thought that was absolutely beautiful.
I didn't like it at the end. I liked it in the beginning, but by the time after she walked away, I was like, bitch, fuck you. Because you just said all the proceeds can go to you, Mercedes. And she didn't say none of that. So get my pictures down here.
You have a point.
Right.
She did use her likeness.
She did.
Yes. So
she
take
did.
my shit down because you didn't ask me. And it's not in the contract either.
And then she was still trying to get some.
Right. Still trying to get some. But you know what? I'm not surprised that Mercedes denied that from her, because I really never saw Mercedes in like any type of relationship with Farrah, and I think that's what Farrah is looking for, not just to get the goodies one more time.
And I think she sees that. I think Mercedes sees that, which is another reason why I believe she said no.
Exactly, because Farrah is infatuated with Mercedes, and infatuation.
Well, I don't blame Farrah, because when Mercedes was on that pole at their house, And that's
Gorgeous.
when I was playing. Ooh, I was like, oh my lord, like I ain't straight, but this is turning me on right here, okay?
Right. And just the pictures and the poses that she was in those pictures,
amazing.
like it just really shows like the work that goes into this pole work thing. And so we also see that Autumn is continuing to help out Miss Mississippi, aka Keyshawn, in leaving. So she's got a plan for her. She's going to get all the money from the door and most of the money from the floor, if I'm not mistaken. And then we then see Keyshawn go into the kitchen and she sees Diamond, and we see that their little love affair is still going strong. Before we get to their kiss, what were you thinking when they saw each other in the kitchen? Did you think that was going to go well?
I mean,
Hey.
yeah.
And the only thing I kept on thinking about is that he was seeing her as he was having relations with
Big girl, Big Bird.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Big Bone.
Big Bone. But yeah, I mean, I said, well, this ain't gonna go right. But
when he said, "Give me some water," I feel like okay, later on they're gonna be able to have a conversation. But I didn't know we could go right to a kiss.
Yes,
right.
This is the second time he done saved her.
But Big Bone, I think Big Bone spotted that kiss in the hallway.
She did,
and I don't think she don't like it because she was outside. I don't know, she was plotting something in her head.
Right, and the way that she told Keyshawn that she knows that Keyshawn is leaving the next day, that makes me think that she's going to try to spoil Keyshawn's plans. I don't know how she'll get involved in that.
I don't think she's gonna try to spoil her plans. I think
she want her away.
Yeah, I think she want her to go away.
Gotcha.
But so I was watching somebody. Her name is oh Lord, what is her child name? Something Love. She's on YouTube or whatever. And no, not Be Love.
I tried.
Golly. Yeah,
I was about to say Much Love from Kentucky, but I don't think she makes videos anymore.
I don't think so either. I haven't seen her do anything in a minute. I know I'm still subscribed to her.
Okay.
But, her name is anyway. I'm gonna find it. Natalie Love. That's her name.
Okay.
So she does videos or whatever. She was talking about P Valley on a live that she did, and she had a really good theory going. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
My ears are open.
Her theory is that Big Bone, not Big Butt, as I was trying to call her, she believes that she was wearing the same kind of ring as that man that got killed at the Montavious.
Right.
She thinks, okay, because you got to think about it. If you want to infiltrate, because he was saying when the dude from his, that thing that he was a part of where he had a ring that represented it.
Right.
When they don't hear back from him, they're going to come for you, right? Come find me, right? So she was like, what better way to infiltrate by having a female come, right? Remember, when she came in, she couldn't do nothing on the pole.
Right.
She could hardly dance. But they still kept her around and put her at the DJ booth.
Right.
And she came in to try to be a stripper. But she still moseyed her way up in there.
Right. Somehow, some way. Right.
And then when she saw that ring on the altar that at Diamond's house, what's that?
Yeah, she stared at it real hard.
And then when she was taking pictures with him, she was showing a ring that looked kind of like that ring that's on the altar. I was thinking that she picked it up and put it on herself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope to get some flashbacks because I've been doing this.
Possibly to send it to the boys or whatever. So
right.
I don't know. She may be infiltrating.
Right, and I actually brought this point up, like I think 2 weeks ago. I said that I believe that Big Bone is connected to Montavious. She's obviously connected to him, especially since she was looking at the picture of the ring by itself. So you know that she knows what that ring is all about, and you know that she's going to. I believe that I was watching someone's review, and they said that her finger was hovering over the send button. So we're going to see whether she's going to send it or not. But we did have a guest appearance on this show. How did you think Meg Thee Stallion did as Tina Snow?
Well, your man ruined it, so I mean. But I think it almost felt like her and Lil Murda had something going on a little bit.
Right, she was flirting real hard with Lil Murda, and I
think she just wanted some Lil Murda. That's all.
Say what?
I think she just wanted some Lil Murda. That's all.
Well,
I mean, you know who? I won't blame her. Okay, I really thought that was super cute because I think Megan Thee Stallion is one of the most beautiful women in this freaking world.
Say Stallion again.
Stallion.
Okay, Trina Braxton.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. No.
Don't do me. Please do not do me. Not tonight. Not on tonight. We got like 5 minutes left. Like, come on now. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so I don't even know what I was talking about. Yes, I think that Meg Thee Stallion is an extremely beautiful woman, and I really thought it was really cute.
Yes.
I thought it was really cute when she.
I loved it.
Yes, when she was flirting. When she was flirting with Lil Murda. Were you surprised to see that Corbin is interested in the arts of BDSM?
No, it was. I kind of felt like her with him and what was it?
Clifford.
Oh God, everybody's name is fucked up today. Uncle Clifford had something going on. I just didn't know what it was, but now I know.
They grew up together.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, that's not what you're talking about. That's not what he's talking about, Jennifer.
He was the first one.
Okay.
Right.
She was the first one to put that on him.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, I always felt that way, but now I know what it is.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, would you like to be whipped? So, okay. As long as you give me $1, child, whip.
Okay, for $250K. That's all you want? Okay, because I can get you
Electra.
Okay.
Child, for that kind of money.
I have wings. I can offer you that as well.
Yes. I really think now, remember I said one day that nobody's gonna know about Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford, but now they just doing too much stuff amongst everybody.
All that
all the winking and where you going. Oh, I know you do privacy in the white room. Like I was like, okay, y'all about to really get caught up now.
Right. But my thing is, if we're speaking realistically about the show and its format, if Lil Murda is outed or comes out, that will be the end of his career.
End of the show.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Because yes, we do have Lil Nas X, but Lil Nas X is not a gangster rapper.
Yeah,
or
gangster
a thug type of rapper. His biggest
you
hit
won't
is
see
Old Town
Ludacris
Road.
over here rapping about
right. Exactly. So it's a different type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes. When you present as one thing, and then it comes out that you are actually a same gender loving man. That's going to be a different thing. So, getting into my predictions, I don't know if you guys want to give your predictions, but I do have one huge prediction. Yes. I really feel as though Lil Murda is going to be murdered in the season finale.
First of all, don't do that to me.
I don't think so. The show will be over then. I think they want to keep it going.
Yeah. Now, this is how much I love Lil Murda.
Okay.
I was ready to choke out that pregnant woman. I know what you got in my soul.
That was Pico's baby's mama.
With these babies. No, ma'am. Okay, I understand your baby daddyless.
Not big daddyless.
That's how much I feel.
No, I don't see that, but I can see it because he has many people right now on his back. What's going to happen? This is how TV always happens. He's going to get shot, and then it's going to be like, but then next season it'll be like, he'll wake up in the hospital. What happened? Where am I?
Yeah, it could be Tyler Perry dead.
Yeah, because there's a difference. There's a difference. Because everything, man. Okay, the way that we got that term, this one dude we thought was dead for almost a whole season. The last few episodes of the season. I'm like,
was this on the Have and the Have-Nots?
Yes.
Of course it was. That show was foolishness, child. The only reason I watched that show was for Jeffrey and Justin, child. That's the only reason I watched that show.
Man laying down on his face all this time. Now all of a sudden he's trying to kill us.
Wait. Was that the man that Jeffrey and his sister were trying to bury in the backyard?
Yeah.
Child, that.
Well, okay.
Well,
They thought he was dead until after he came after them, tried to kill him. Then they killed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for almost a whole season, he was just laid out on the floor because they thought he was dead. And then he get up, he grabbed somebody's ankle.
I'm thinking on Wyatt behind sitting there. OD.
Oh.
Right.
What the hell?
All right.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
They were pronouncing him dead and everything. He's not dead. He has a pulse.
My mother would hang up on me for that. I never watched that show, but my mother would hang up on. Oh, my have it back on. Click.
It was not serious.
She would hang up on me for that show.
Yeah, I liked the Justin and Jeffrey storyline a little bit. I thought at the end it got too crazy, but I did enjoy their storyline. And one other question concerning P-Valley before we go: how do you think Keyshawn's story will end this season?
That's the one that I am most hung up on. Being that she can't pull the trigger,
right?
She tried to leave but couldn't leave.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe she gonna make it out of Chuckalisa. That's how
wow.
And it's gonna be her own fault.
And it would be her.
If nobody is stopping you from leaving, it's gonna be. I just love her facial expressions and everything. Like there's no other actor but her that does the stuff that she does, and it's believable.
Yeah,
right. She's such a sweet girl. Like I just fell in love with Keyshawn again this past episode. Like
I like Keyshawn a lot. I just hate her situation.
Yes, I hate it, but I think she's just so gullible, and I think that she's not gonna be able to leave because she's gonna be on the way, and she's gonna be like, I can't do it.
Because she's been bred to be with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I wouldn't care. Get the hell out. we all was bred without paying forever, but we got out.
That's a certain kind of trauma that she learned how to deal with after so many years.
Yeah.
Run away, love, dum dum.
And it would have been so much if she would have pulled that trigger, boy. I wish she would have pulled that trigger, but then again, there'll be less of a story to tell.
It'll be somebody else taking the blame for her. She wouldn't go to jail.
Child,
Davin probably would have took the blame.
Right, he probably would. I will say,
Why you got such a heart? I can't stand it.
Right, yeah, I still feel to this day the only way she can get out is if she kills Derek. That's the only way. I don't see anyone else doing it for her. I don't see Haley doing it for her. I don't see Diamond doing it for her.
I thought Haley would do it.
I can see Haley do it
because it wouldn't be the first time.
Her name.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah,
right.
I can see Haley doing it.
Exactly.
She'll kill off Haley and then change her name to something else.
Okay.
Right. So we'll see what happens this Sunday. Is the season finale of P-Valley. I am praying that they get picked up for a third season. Starz has not announced just yet that they've been picked up. Jennifer, what's up?
I do believe that not much will happen though.
For the season finale?
I don't believe a lot will go forward with storylines and stuff like that. I don't believe it'll be I don't think
wrapping up anything.
I don't think any of that will happen.
What is the season finale?
It's coming up. It's the next episode.
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
10 episodes.
Oh, it's over already. We waited 2 years for this.
Yeah, 10 episodes. That's all.
It better not be another 2 years. I know that for sure.
Right, exactly.
Because
well,
another YouTuber, Rodney the Voice, whose reviews I love. He said the same thing. Like he was ready to write Katori a message like, you only gonna give us 10 episodes. We at least needed 14 or 15.
How many did we get first season?
We only got 8 episodes the first season.
Oh, so we got 2 more. I guess we got 2 more.
Yeah. What did Regina say, Jennifer?
Regina says, I believe they will get a third season. Thank you for believing, Regina.
Right. I believe so too. It is extremely popular, and you can tell how popular a show is by the amount of reviews that people do on those shows on YouTube. You can really tell how popular a show is by doing that. But anyways,
I think they had to just get past that whole Nikki Gilbert thing. I think that's what they had to do. That's why it took so long. I think
okay.
I think they had to make sure that all their ducks were in a row just in case she started to try to sue. Something tells me that they have all their legal stuff together so that they can continue, and possibly we just get another season next year, sooner than 2 years, in Jesus' name.
And P.S. The reunion for Housewives of Atlanta was taped today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Andy had a little video of him asking Sheree. He said, "Sheree, you've been breaking it." And she said, "I was a little nervous, but these bitches got me coming out my shell now." So
Wow.
I
After how
feel
many
like,
years?
After
how many years?
Well, look, she's back. Okay, that's what I say. And then Andy also showed a picture of the cards that he holds in his hand. He said it was like 709, still taping, and it had like a cards that already used cards. Like it was like a lot of them. So I think this is gonna be maybe a 3 or 4 part reunion, and I think it's gonna be real juicy.
I definitely feel that as well.
Especially
I'm so nervous.
How respectful Marlo has been lately.
Yeah, I want Marlo to come back, but we're gonna talk about this another time.
I believe she will come back.
I think so too.
That the way that we all feel about her,
the way that you guys feel about her.
Yeah, excuse me. The way that we feel. I'm gonna just keep it at me.
Okay.
The way I feel about her.
I want you guys to think like a Carlos King. People want her off the show so bad, but what would the show be?
I never said that. I never.
I'm
said
saying people. I said Jennifer. I said
okay. It's just that I do understand because you want to have a show.
Yeah,
you want to hate somebody that you love to hate. So yeah, of course I'm gonna feel away, but she's me.
That's what you, Jonathan. I know I don't put you in the camera, but that's what Jonathan might do. Okay.
Well then,
because he's trying it.
He knows I don't see it from Marlo. Never have, never will. But that's okay. I'm saying it's just true.
That's fine. And your girl Kenya will still be manless.
and she'll still be on the show. Does Marlo have a man? Because I haven't heard or seen her boyfriend. Okay. So anyway,
if she had one, she would have got divorced in the first year.
Well,
that's all for this.
Been married.
That's all for this evening's show, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Mike, why don't you be so wonderful and peaceful and joy? Oh, he's like, I was about to say, I'm about to give you your child for your child, but if you don't want a child, you ain't got to get it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see Jennifer and Tyrone. Okay.
So, yes, my name is Michael, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and also TikTok at Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. Also, early October, I'm coming up with my own little, not a live show, but you can, I'm saying early October-ish.
Yes, October-ish, okay, that's right.
October-ish. But it's going to be a 10-part, it's like a documentary about my life and what we can do together to get over certain hurdles. And I'm just ready for you guys to see it. Well, I'm just ready to put it out there. Actually, I was listening to you guys' show with that lady, you, Jennifer, and
Brittany.
I think, and she said she was nervous about doing something, and she just had to put it out there and just put it and just do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I was watching.
Yes.
So yeah,
Jennifer,
find me there.
Absolutely. I am the light of the Leo. You can follow me at Instagram and TikTok, the light of the Leo, as well as YouTube, where you will find my struggle to be me, that series that I have going on there. I've actually I think I have a real time now on Sundays at 9.
Yes.
Sundays at 9-ish. We come together and talk about to be me. Right. I know that everybody, goes through their own things of trying to assert themselves and be themselves in different spaces. I certainly have those issues, so I can only hope that we can come together and relate and talk about the issue.
And it's making your hair grow even more because your hair is getting longer. I see it over there.
Okay, girl. Yes. Ain't no telling where it's going to be by the end of the year. I'm scared.
Okay. It might be close to touching my shoulders by the end of the year.
Let's not get carried away now.
Okay. It'll be lower than my ear.
Yes. Your ear will be covered. Your ear will be completely covered.
Well, now
past those shoulders. Okay, I'm 3 years in, child. I'm only hitting my shoulders.
The ones in the back, they are like down at the nape of my neck, for sure. Like
already.
Okay, your neck, your back, your locks touching. Yeah.
All right. Tyrone, what are your social media contacts?
Well, somewhere out here in cyberspace, you can find your boy at Insta
Say what?
Master, like Trina Braxton.
Oh, Mr.
Master.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about?
TD McConnell.
The his. I came to the his.
Yeah.
Potato salad. What is it? What is it again? Potato salad.
It's about
No, potato.
Like, what?
Oh,
Love you, Trina.
She's just so proper. You have to know where they came from. All of them so different. You got Tracy, who was, bless her soul, rest in peace, Tracy. But
Right.
go ahead, Jonathan, with yours. We already over 10 minutes.
Yeah, you find me somewhere out there in cyberspace. Come find
Yes,
me.
Mr. TD McCullum. That is Tyrone's
That's
screen
literally
name.
all of them.
That's
Yeah.
all of them. Somewhere out inside space, you can find me as Mr. TD McCollum.
All right.
Right. You can also find me on Instagram, JoJo_3020. I'm on TikTok, JoJo_3020_. I'm also on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. Just look me up. You can also email me, WilliamJonathanLee@gmail.com if you want to reach out in another way. And also, if you're single, I'm single too. So hey, let's see where it goes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Please make sure, Jennifer, what's up?
We got just a few more comments before we leave out.
Let's read them.
So it says, "Oh wow, okay, Roa." Like when you're talking about that they
Real
their
Housewives.
reunion, and she said, "Whoever Andy let go, Carlos picks up." So
But I won't be watching the Moncarlo show though either.
hooky dookie. LOL, Mike.
You got a real time.
Talking about you.
A real. Oh yeah, I do have a real time.
Oh, 9-ish. Okay.
Right.
And he's talking to you. Say it right, sir.
Right.
Mr. TD
Mr.
McCollum.
McCullum. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Join us next week, next Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until next time, y'all, we will say bye-bye. Wave
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
You promise.
y'all.